what do you think you guys need to do this weekend to extend your season?
I think we have to have the probably the commitment level and the intensity that we had last weekend, with probably dialing in a couple different things, specialty teams being one of them, knowing that this is a very good power play team coming in. Discipline is probably going to be huge, and winning the specialty teams battle, and when you have leads, closing games out and finding a way to do that. So, like I said, I'm proud of the way our guys, scratch and clawed all year to get home ice. That was the first thing we did, and now we have to battle on. It's a winner takes all weekend.
Is that big to have that for matchups against Omaha? Did you match up much against them when you played?
Yeah, a little bit, but I think one thing we're seeing with their team is that, they're kind of scoring by committee. Obviously, their power play with Pope as being a threat there, but they have four lines that play extremely hard. Like, we watched the video from Duluth. This team played with conviction. They wanted home ice. You could tell the two games that they played in Duluth, they played hard, and it's going to be no different here just because both teams have their seasons riding on the line. So, in saying that, we know Vessel and Pope and Spinner, that's a very good unit, but they have other good units too.
How familiar do you guys feel with Omaha?
Oh, very familiar. We just played them like 3 weeks ago, I believe it was, and coming out of a hard series there, and they're a team that has added a lot to their offense and has grown through the 5 years of the NCHC coming in here and building their team. So again, you look at our series, you look at all the other series around the country. They're going to be tough series. These are going to be hard, heavy series. Not only ours, but all the ones around our conference.
You guys discuss not taking penalties when it gets to the playoffs, because obviously they have a good power play. It's one of the best in the nation. Do you make an extra focus on it?
Yeah, for sure. And I think part of that is, there's aggressive penalties that I think we've gotten a lot better at. The ones, the open ice hits, those type of penalties we've gotten better at. But I think the stick penalties are another thing. And the one thing that we tell our players is control what you can control, meaning that, hey, you have to have your sticks on the ice, sticks on puck. Don't have that stick coming up, riding up into the hands and into the upper body area. You have to control that. And if a play goes against you as far as thinking that you're doing the right thing, well, then that's in the ref's hands. But we have to control what we do on the discipline side, and that's having good sticks on the ice.
You mentioned the commitment level last weekend, but those were two extremely hard-fought games. So what are you really carrying confidence-wise from last weekend into this week?
Well, two things. Pressure situation, trying to get home ice, controlling a Saturday night, trying to do whatever it takes to get home ice. We did that. The other thing is winning a game, albeit 3-on-3 overtime. Still, that to us, that's winning the outcome of a game, and that's what we need to build on going forward here. There's a lot of things going into this. Obviously two teams that are neck and neck in the pairwise that are on the bubble, trying to get to the frozen faceoff. All this boils down to is us and them. And again, focusing on us trying to have the outcome that we need to get going for the next weekend here.
Is there a difference in the locker room after the 3-on-3 win compared to some of the 3-on-3 losses you guys have had in the second?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. There was obviously relief was probably part of it. Winning that game, knowing that we attained home ice for the 16th straight year. The other part of winning an outcome of a game, I think, if you look at the last few games, we've battled to get to overtime, and we haven't had the result. Whether it's a turnover, whether it's something going the other way, not killing a penalty in the overtime session. It's gone the other way for us. We finally got one that went our way and won that game through the 3-on-3 overtime. So that's a morale builder. That's something that our group is make sure that we know here going forward.
Offensively, you guys generated a lot more this weekend probably than some previous ones. What was going right offensively?
Well, I think just having probably a simple mentality of being harder in the offensive zone, keeping pucks alive. Starting with your forecheck, and then once you got into the offensive zone, trying to have that mentality of not just being one and done, and again possessing pucks. And again, I think it was all four lines doing it. When you think about it, Dixon Bone came in on Saturday night with Joel Janatuin, and I thought those guys brought excellent energy for us, and that's going to be a big thing this weekend.